Welcome, Mr. Tope. Welcome back to the second interview session.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
As you know, this is purely technical questions. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, my first question. What do you do when you've tried every solution and the network still won't function properly?
Okay, that's a tricky one. If I have tried all possible solutions and the network won't work, the very first thing I do is to escalate the problem to the second level of support. There's always somebody who knows, better than I do. So those are the second line support. I need to call them to let them know what the problem is. And before I do that, I make sure that I document all the steps that I've taken, all the things that I've done, all the changes that I've made so far, so that they know exactly what I have done, so that they don't have to repeat the same thing that I've done, or at least they have the baseline of where to start to look for. So basically, I will seek for help by calling the second level of supports. But before doing that, I'll ensure that I document all the things that I've done in the network for them to know where to begin from. That'll help.
Wow, thank you for that question, for the answer to the question. My next question would be, what is the difference between a network engineer and a network administrator?
Okay, a network engineer is that person whose job role is to ensure that the network is built, configured, or constructed or developed according to the customer's specifications. So the customers, the customer is the job owner who consulted a consortium of engineers to build a network for them. So one of the personnel is a network engineer whose role is just to ensure that the network is built according to specifications and service level agreements. While on the other hand, a network administrator is that individual whose job role is to maintain the running of the network, the day-to-day running of the network, to ensure that the network is running operationally and every issues arises as a result of day-to-day usage of the network is addressed. Its main function is just to ensure that he maintains the network. So after the network engineer has built the network, then it is then that the network administrator jobs comes into play to ensure that the network is maintained appropriately.
Wow, I can tell that you have the in-depth knowledge of what you're talking about. Good job. My last question is, what is the difference between OSI and TCP/IP models?
Okay, thank you for that question. It's one of the fundamental questions related to the fundamental knowledge of networking. Both OSI models and TCP/IP model, both of them are networking model. The difference between them is that the TCP/IP model is more of a theoretical model. In theory, that is how network is supposed to perform, from the physical layer to the data link layer to the network layer to the transport layer to the session layer to the presentation layer and to the application layer. Those are the OSI model. But the TCP/IP model are actually the practical ways of building network. Remember that I said the OSI layer is a theoretical model, while TCP/IP model is not theoretical. That is the practical model of building networking. And unlike the OSI layer, it is only made up of 4 layers, while the TCP/IP layer is made up of 7 layers. And that is it.
Thank you so much for proper answers to my questions. Thank you.
All right.